If you've seen photos of Lake Ohrid, you've probably seen this church.
We're starting off today's vlog by doing something we tried to do yesterday.
We're going up to the old fortress. If you're wondering why we're not doing a bit on this amphitheatre, it's because we were already here yesterday, so go watch that vlog first.
So I've been following Izzy up to the fortress, and what a surprise, we seem to have gone past the House of Cats again.
Hi kids.
I wonder how that happened.
Yes, it's open today.
Bravo.
Thank you.
If this was your house, Izzy,
Yeah.
where would you put your kitchen?
I'd probably want a roof first.
After exploring the lower part of the castle, we're heading up onto the battlements. How did you get here before I did?
I'm super quick.
Movie magic. Wow. This fortress has such an amazing view of the lake. The wind caught my hood and blew it behind my ears.
You look like an elf.
My mum always tells me I look like Dobby when this happens.
Master's given Dobby a sock.
We've just been talking, and to be honest, with this fortress, you're mainly paying for the views.
Yeah, there's not a lot here, and there's also not much information about the fortress.
And there's loads of rubbish.
Yeah, there is a bit.
I mean, if you are really into fortresses, or you do want to see the view because it's pretty spectacular, it is worth paying to come in because it's pretty cheap. But if you're not, there are other things you can do which might be more worth your time.
Speaking of other things to do, we're going to get some food.
And a coffee. Thankfully, there's a little cafe just round the corner. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
North Macedonia do really good macchiatos. Don't tell Italy.
There's some really cool and quirky items in this cafe. Like this really old camera. Can you imagine if we were trying to vlog with this? It's really heavy.
Is that record, I guess?
That's to fire the machine gun.
Welcome and good appetite.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You can't go wrong with a ham and cheese toastie. We've warmed up and now we're heading down into the old town.
There are a couple of churches that we want to see, and that sunset spot that we didn't quite make it to yesterday. Figs, my favourite fruit.
The guy just behind us gave us a very strange look.
I said that man staring, and Dale went, "That's because you look like a weirdo."
You did look like a weirdo.
Thanks. We've just come across this cute little church while walking through the old town. We know it's a Serbian Orthodox church because of the domed roof and the cross on top. There are a lot of very similar ones to these throughout Ohrid, and it makes it really nice to walk around the city.
We've also stumbled across this really cool looking archaeological site. Here stood one of the oldest buildings in the entire city. Archaeologists reckon it was built over 2,500 years ago. We've actually found another sign that says this building was built in the 4th and 5th century AD, which would make it 1,500 years old, not 2,500. So it's either very old or very, very old.
We were supposed to pay to get into that church because there was a ticket office, but it was closed. Since there was no one there to pay or anywhere to leave the money, I guess we got in for free. This is not the way. It just leads to someone's house.
Back we go.
How much would you love one of these houses with unobstructed views of the lake? And I bet in the summer it's a great place to go swimming, just not in October. This is the Church of St. John the Theologian. If you've seen photos of Lake Ohrid, you've probably seen this church. It's the most photographed spot in the area, partly because it's such a beautiful building, but also partly because of the epic views of the lake. We've had a great time here in Ohrid, and I'm so glad that we booked to stay another night.
It really was such a good decision. Tomorrow we're heading back to the nation's capital of Skopje, so we will see you tomorrow. We also seem to have come across some ancient giant chess pieces. Coming here at this time of year means two things. Number one, it's pretty quiet. Number two, it's very windy.